Hi, Joe Delaney for Migrado Amplifiers here, and I'm going to show you the 333. This is a 120 watt all tube, fully featured amp with three totally independent channels. All right, so it's got a lot of features. So let's start off. Basic input, and then three totally independent channels with independent controls. I'll start off with the clean. The clean channel. Switch there, then bass, mid, treble, and volume. Each of the channels has a volume that feeds the overall master volume, and also have a master reverb, which I have engaged for the clean. So here's the clean channel. It's totally clean, nothing in between. It won't really dirty up. Stays full on pristine. Really clean. Moving on, you get to the crunch channel. You get a lot of different tones out of this one. I have it set up pretty straight. Gain, bass, mid, treble, volume. The EQ on these amps, especially on these two channels, are really active. So I'm going to run through and let you kind of hear what they do. Bass. In the mid-range, which has the most control. All the way from scooped out to a total honky mid-range type thing. And then the treble. Okay, so that's a crunch channel, and then you can switch on to the lead channel. Lead channel has the same functions as far as EQ and volume and all that, but you just have a lot more gain. So you can get big metal tones out of that, or just pump up the gain for solos or anything you need. The reverb function, you can whatever channel you select it to, the amp and the logic inside will remember what you have it selected on. So let's say you could have your reverb on your clean and your lead, but not your rhythm. And as you switch through, the amp will remember that. You also have an effects loop. Now the effects loop you can defeat. And then when you press that button and defeat it, basically you end up with an overall booster cut on the whole amp that's controlled by the send and return on the back. That makes it so you can have all three channels set up, set up even, and then have a then when you hit the effects loop, you end up having a boost or a cut on the entire amp. And that really plays into the foot switch. This is the foot switch that comes with all the amps. You have clean, crunch, lead, controlling all the different channels, and then effects loop, which will pop the effects loop in and out, or if you have this switch engaged, it'll be a boost or cut over the entire amp. Big heavy duty switch, can take a lot of stomping and sets and rehearsals, and just take a general beating. As far as tubes, you got 12 AX7s here in the front, and then in the back, this amp ships with 6L6s, but all the Migrado heads are convertible between 6L6 and EL34, so you can pop these out, pop in a set of EL34s. We sell both types of tubes and match sets. So basically, pop them out, you flip a switch, set the bias, and you're good to go. Very handy because that type of those two different types of tubes really player preference as far as what people like. Okay, some other things on the amp. You have a line out with a level control, so this can go out to a mixer or a slave out to a power amp or another amp if you want to, if you need more power. And another unique thing to the 333, damping. Now what damping is the relationship impedance-wise between the amp and the cabinet, and this is adjustable. So basically, this is going to affect how tight or loose the cabinet seems, how the response between the amp and the cabinet is. All right, the head also has a cabinet that complements it. This is the 412H BK. It's a 200-watt cabinet, 450-watt speakers. This thing will run in mono or stereo. Comes with wheels on the side here that make it easy to tote in and out of gigs, rehearsals, or what have you. Robust, heavy-duty cabinet, and definitely loud enough for any situation. Okay, this is a Bugera 333, 3 channels, 120 watts. You can check these out online at www.bugera-amps.com, or you can go to your local music store or Bugera dealer and fire them up.